Even as we speak right now, the number of cases affected by coronavirus are going up every minute. At last count, the total number of cases exceeded 450,000 across 196 countries in the world and have already caused 20,000 plus deaths. In a bold move, the government of India declared a national lockdown from 25th of March 2020 for the next 3 weeks at least. And that has brought about few challenges for all of us. The challenge of staying at home for 24 hours, the challenge of not being able to go out and meet people to do our regular routine work as we are used to do. And in this video, I intend to share with you some survival tips on how to cope with the lockdown. Well, which is the country with the largest number of cases of coronavirus? You're right, it's China. But closing in very fast on their heels is the country with the highest number of deaths for coronavirus, and that's Italy. They've already clocked 74,000 cases with more than 7,500 deaths reported. And that's perhaps because of just two people, a couple, who landed in Italy from Wuhan and who have been named as patient 1 and patient 2. And they met up a lot of people in Italy, and who in turn met up a lot of people in Italy, and who met up even more people in Italy, and as a result, the entire country is engulfed with this disease right now. And what's the situation in Italy right now? I mean, these photographs can make you really feel the pain that is going there right now. People are saying everybody of us will be infected. They're saying, how can we save ourselves? We are washing our hands and disinfecting our hands every 5 minutes. But when the cap of the disinfectant is already infected, how can I save myself? The parents are suffering, the children can't touch them, can't help them. When they take them to the hospital, they say, look at them for the last time, because you may not see them again. And you know, this despite being one of the best healthcare services in Europe and the world. As somebody said from Italy, first we ran out of ICU beds, then we ran out of oxygen cylinders, and now we're running out of flowers. Lest this situation happen in India, India's taken some very, very positive steps in this. We cut off all visas, we stopped all international flights, and eventually stopped all rail and air communication within the country and have declared a full lockdown for 3 weeks. First of all of you who said, we don't have time, we are too busy, we can't do this and we can't do that. Well, guess what? You've got only time on your hands now. The second, guess what? Family members complaining about not spending enough time at home. Well, here you have it. All the time at home with the family members. So what is it that you should be actually doing during the lockdown? As Susan Earth said, millions long for immortality who wouldn't know what to do with themselves on a rainy Sunday afternoon. So what is it that we should be doing in these lockdown days? Well, 5 things, conveniently abbreviated as C, O, V, I and D. COVID. The first C, connect. Connect to whom? Connect to yourself. Connect to your creator. Connect to your family. Well, these are things we somehow forget in the hustle bustle of life. Today is the time that you have to ask whether the things you were pursuing behind were the things that were important, or whether today what is most important to you is the food, the drink, the medical care, and the safety and security of our loved ones. The second O, organize yourself and time. Make sure you put in enough time for work and disciplined work that you're going to do it for your office. And also put in time for family. Organize your time and schedule and make sure you work on that every day. The third is V. V for vitalize or revitalize yourself. Remember those late nights and early mornings where you lost out on sleep? Remember those early morning flights where you had to compromise on your jogging and your exercise? Remember the times when you were so stressed out that you couldn't actually get sleep? Well, here's a chance to make up all of them. So replenish your sleep, replenish your exercise time. Make sure you spend at least 1 hour a day on physical exercise and also a time for meditation. I, the fourth item, stands for immerse. Immerse yourself into activities that you otherwise do not get a chance to do. For example, when was that last book you always wanted to read? When was that last time you actually took up cooking? When was that last time you indulged yourself in that hobby that you always wanted to do? When was the last time you actually wanted to learn a new language and you thought you had time to do it? So immerse yourself in something that will enhance your quality and skills for your life post-corona. Finally, the fifth item, D, is display empathy. Demonstrate empathy with people. In these trying and testing times, when people all around you are upset, are anxious, are worried, are panicking, it's our duty to show empathy and understanding towards them. The first set of people would of course be our own family. Create a good jovial environment in the home and be prepared to overlook. The second people you need to look at are the people who are immediately in your responsibility. For example, the people who work for you. Show empathy towards them. Make sure you understand and ask for their needs and problems. They may have difficulty in accessing provisions which you can ease so simply. They may need a little advance which you can give easily. And the third category of people in this are those people who have no one to take care of them. The poor, the destitute, the pavement dwellers, the homeless. Spare a thought for them. It may be very difficult for all of us to contain ourselves in our house and for us to be locked down in our houses. But think of those who don't even have houses to be locked down in. So that's the 5 techniques that we have for bracing yourselves, for coping with the lockdown: C, O, V, I, and D. And these 5 together, if followed properly, will actually help you come out of these lockdown days defeating both coronavirus as well as the person within.